Oh, hello there, kabayan. Didn't see you there. Excuse me for eating. Finals made me so hungry. Anyway, speaking of eating, are you a fan of kinilaw? It is a meal composed of raw seafood and a famous food delicacy here in the Philippines. It may seem weird to the foreign audience, but I assure you, it tastes heavenly. But behind this beauty, it can bring harm towards its consumers. Why? This is because this yummy viand is prepared raw, which puts the seafood at risk for a potential Echinostomiasis parasite infection, an intestinal foodborne parasite disease. And since this food is so famous here in the Philippines, it is inevitable for an epidemic of Echinostomiasis will occur. It may leave you wondering, what does this parasite do to my body? The answer is simple. This can cause catarrhal inflammation with mild ulceration, with a chance of abdominal pain, anorexia, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and weight loss. And for its transmission, I might need help from my friend over there to help me explain. Take it away.
For the transmission of echinostomiasis, in the Philippines, human echinostomy infections have been related to eating raw fish or just like kinilaw, and other methods of local fish preparations such as tinola, ginataan, kukhol, and kiambuay or sinugba.
Hi, it's me again. During this part, I'm gonna take you to a virtual trip towards the parasite's pathogenesis. The life of our little parasite starts from an unembryonated egg that is transported from feces. It will then take form into an embryonated egg in which will hatch into a meracardia. Next thing the meracardia will do is to penetrate a snail host. In here, our little parasite will now evolve into free-flowing cercariae, which only goal is to be ingested by an intermediate host, like frog or snail. Then, will most likely be transferred into a definitive host, just like ducks, rats, or even humans. In this stage, they will wreak havoc inside the host's body, and in some cases, this may result into death. But fret not, as scary as it may seem, this parasite now has a treatment and can be diagnosed by our doctors. And as for that part, that will be discussed by my friends that will now take the center stage.
An echinostoma infection can be diagnosed by observing the parasite eggs in the feces of an infected individual under a microscope. The eggs typically have a yellow-brown appearance and are ellipsoid in shape. Diagnosis is based on microscopic identification of eggs in the stool. Because the eggs are large, careful measurements must be taken to avoid confusion with the eggs of Fasciola, Fasciolopsis, and Gastrodiscoides. Genus and species level identification cannot be done based on egg morphology, and adults are needed for a definitive diagnosis.
So for the prevention and treatment of echinostomiasis, we basically acquire the disease when we eat raw or undercooked infected meats. So we must cook our foods thoroughly or avoid eating kinilaws as much as possible. Then for the treatment, we can treat echinostomiasis with anthelmintic drug, which is praziquantel.